10. Ridley Scott designed a short scene where the Nostromo amplifies its radio signal to determine its location. In the scene from Nostromo, the dish-shaped antenna would open up like a flower. In the movie Alien Covenant 2017, a scene with the same effect is seen. 11. After the breakfast scene, Ridley Scott's intention was to shoot the scene where Parker and Brett come from the Nostromo ship out of a hatch on a small Pedalo repair craft, flying into the inspection hatch to repair the ship's valves. During the repair, Parker notices that one of the seals is broken, which eventually causes problems landing on LV-426. Ron Cobb designed the small craft Parker and Brett were to use, which was later dubbed the Flying Bedstead. The scene didn't fit into the film's budget, so it was never shot. The scene was an important part of the film and plot. It would have brought an explanation to the ship's problems after the landing. For Ridley Scott, the scene was very important also because of the presentation of measurement objects. The scene would have shown the audience how big the ship Nostromo is. 12. The crew themselves notice that traveling has stopped and gathered to hear the matter in the lounge. Dallas informed about it. Dallas says that Mother has received an unknown message, and because of that, the traveling has stopped. Parker questions the stranger's message and investigating it, to which Ash and Dallas remind everyone of their contractual obligations to investigate. In the final screenplay, Parker and Brett are in the engine room drinking beer when Dallas tells everyone to gather in the lounge. There is no material available for this scene. 13. Most of the crew gathers to listen to the alien message and decide to send to investigate the origin of the message. In the original film version, there is no scene of listening to the message at all. However, it has been fully filmed. The director's cut version had the scene in its entirety, but the unknown message was muted. The whole scene in the original message with the voice.
We all hear that, Lambert?
Good God. Doesn't sound like any radio signal I've heard.
Maybe it's a voice.
Well, we'll soon know. Can you hone in on that?
What was the position?
6550-99.
All right, I found the quadrant. Ascension, 6 minutes, 20 seconds. Declination, 39 degrees, 2 seconds.
Okay, put that on the screen for me.
All right, well, that's it. It's a planetoid. 1,200 kilometers.
It's tiny.
Any rotation?
About 2 hours.
What about gravity?
0.86.
You can walk on it.
14. The Nostromo detaches from the cargo and heads towards the origin of the message, the planetoid LV-426. Different from the official film versions, the following is the detachment filmed from different angles.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Disengage.
Is clear.
Crossing the Terminator and entering night side.
Roll 92 degrees starboard yaw.
Prime dorsal, down at the gate. 9,000 meters.
15. Landing on LV-426. In the final film, the Nostromo's breakdown is depicted straightforwardly immediately after landing. In the final screenplay and novel, the scene is longer. Parker and Brett are in the engine room during the descent and see an electronic fire in one of the panels. The fire is big and Parker and Brett are struggling to put it out. 16. During repairs, some of the crew analyze the planetoid's atmosphere, environment, and surface structure. 17. Dallas, Lambert, and Kane prepare for the exploration on the planetoid. The film only shows Ash preparing in his observation blister. In the final screenplay, the preparation of Dallas, Kane, and Lambert is shown. For example, taking laser pistols, about which Dallas specifically remarks, "Keep away from the weapons unless I say otherwise." There is no video material available for this scene. 18. In the film, Dallas, Lambert, and Kane leave the Nostromo and descend to the planetoid using the elevator. Parker, Brett, and Ripley have a conversation on the C deck about bonuses and shares if the research team finds something. In the final screenplay, the entire scene is longer and different. Ripley, Parker, and Brett are in the engine room repairing damages. Parker and Brett are welding panels, and Ripley is rewiring one of the panels. Parker and Brett inquire about bonuses from Ripley if the research team finds something. This scene is before Dallas, Lambert, and Kane exit the Nostromo. There is no material available in this form for the scene. 19. Dallas, Lambert, and Kane head towards the source of the signal. Ash monitors the trio from his observation blister.
Good contact on my board.
We're free. Keep the line open. Let's go.
Goddamn thing.
Quit griping.
In the final screenplay, Lambert works as a navigator on LV-426. For this mission, in the original storyboard by Ridley Scott, Lambert had a holographic visor on his helmet. In order for the crew to see, Ridley Scott wanted to have small visors inside the helmet that would allow the crew to see the terrain they were walking on. This visor would make 3D images of their surroundings as well as a sort of holographic map. Lambert uses this guidance visor to locate the derelict ship. No video of Lambert's holographic visor has been released to the public. 21. The rock formation scene. The film production company initially deemed the derelict's space jockey interior scenes too expensive to produce. Therefore, a new rock formation scene was written into the final screenplay to replace the derelict's interior scenes. In this scene, the alien's signal transmission stops at a rock formation. Dallas, Kane, and Lambert decide to stop and rest at the formation. Before they can rest, the alien signal starts again. Led by Lambert, the trio continues their journey. As they move away from the rock formation, unbeknownst to them, on the other side of the formation, there is a large fossilized form. Ash, having obtained images of the formation through the trio, analyzes and investigates the rock formation from the science station on the Nostromo. Eventually, Ash notices in the images an odd formation in the rock, which is revealed to be a dead space jockey, petrified within the stone. Ash keeps his discovery secret from others. Eventually, the film studio relented and allowed the construction of the derelict ship's interior spaces. The rock formation scene became unnecessary and was discarded. There is no video material available for this scene. 22. In the final screenplay, while Dallas, Lambert, and Kane travel to the source of the signal, Ripley, Parker, and Brett are together in the engine room repairing damages. Suddenly, Ripley decides to go to the bridge, leaving Parker and Brett to repair the damages. Parker gets annoyed with Ripley. There is no material available in this form for this scene. 23. Ripley asks Ash if the contents of the message have been deciphered and begins to investigate the message herself through ECIU.